ever wonder what's up there?
Like what?
Maybe someone up there was wondering what it's like here.
I guess. Do you think we'll ever meet them?
I hope so. Don't you?
Do you think we'll ever meet them?
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. And sorry, we're doing some more culture stuff because politics is downstream from culture, and just sick of the doom and gloom going on right now. So had to get away and kind of take some mental days for ourselves, So we want to talk about some fun stuff, we want to talk about our favorite video game franchise. Halo, and we're going to talk about the cultural significance it has, the religious significance it has, and the parallels it had to kind of the time in which it was released, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, the reasoning why we believe it became the cultural phenomenon that it is today. I mean, and it does have to do, we'll get into it. It has to do with 9/11 and the war on terror in Afghanistan. And there's just a lot that's going on with this series that made it so popular and so culturally relevant, and the franchise and popularity that it is today. Didn't they even say that Master Chief is more recognizable as a video game character than Mario is now?
Pretty much,
something?
yeah.
I just think that that's absolutely insane.
Yeah,
so.
It is. It is. He's one of the icons. He's one of the video game icons now.
Mm-hmm. So, getting started with it, I don't really know how I want to start this off. I guess we want to talk about, like, the release date, or we want to talk about what the original concept was of Halo? Or
I would just say start the original concept, and you can parallel the release date to kind of why it would have taken off.
All right, so then we'll start off with...
Cut to you?
Yeah, cut to me. And we'll start off with the unveiling of the Halo project to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, this was originally... like Macworld. They were building this on Macworld, and it was supposed to be an RTS, like roll time strategy, like Halo Wars was the original concept.
Or
of
Age
Halo.
of Empires.
Yes, exactly. It was supposed to be like that, and then it slowly transformed into something else as time went on. And again, remember, it's originally started with Mac, and then they ended with Microsoft. So something happened with Bungie and Mac, that they got picked up by Microsoft instead.
Yeah.
So let's check this out. This was the first unveiling of what Halo's original concept was.
Games come back to the Mac, but this is one of the coolest I've ever seen. This game
Here's
is going
another
to show...
throwback right here. Steve Jobs. Good Lord. No.
Announcing video games. Yeah, back before, like, the gaming culture was mainstreamed,
100%. Yeah. Now it came to the party. First, it was just literally the nerds that make computers introducing video games and stuff, and then it
now
turned
it's celebrities
into,
and streamers and whatnot. So
yeah, but you can also thank Halo for that. Halo is one of the one of the direct responses to how popular all this stuff became, and sent video games from just kind of the nerdy geeky thing to do to mainstream popularity that it is today.
Early next year from Bungie, and this is the first time anybody has ever seen it. It's the first time they've debuted it. And so I'm very happy to welcome on the stage Jason Jones, who is the co-founder of Bungie and the Halo project lead. Halo is the name of this game, and we're going to see, for the first time, Halo.
Is that Comic Sans slideshow they got back there?
It sure is.
Oh
And
my
that
God.
goes to show you how old, PowerPoint presentations were, and how how the game has changed. And now you have to have like a full concept of like trailers and have like huge showmanship coming out to versus hey, here's a quick PowerPoint slide presentation we put together for you.
Yep.
Everything you're about to see is being rendered in real time on a Macintosh using OpenGL.
Epic theme. So iconic.
Which hints into the religious connotations of this game.
Yeah. Angels choir. It's angelic. That is rough looking game right there. Guess you can thank the RTS for the original Halo kind of open worldness of it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they built it in RTS, so like things had to go on simultaneously, and then whenever you got to Halo, you know, you could. It was already open world. So they just all this stuff's already there and rendered. Might as well just let the first person mode go wherever they need to go to do what they need to do.
Also, like right there, what you just saw, like I think this was like revolutionary at the time, where like computers getting into vehicles at this time was kind of like unheard of. Because like in other games, like characters were already in vehicles. They didn't get out and they didn't, you know, get in. There was like nothing to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of just like the start of it. But this was originally an RTS, you know, strategy game, like what Halo Wars is now. So you could say Halo Wars was the original concept of Halo.
Yes.
And then it gradually turned into something else, where the original, which is the next one that I'll show you here, is they wanted to make it a third-person shooter where you were a Marine character. So another interesting thing of how it completely changed from what its original idea was.
Okay, that's a little bit more closer to what we know.
It is, yeah. This is where the whole like dynamic changed, where they decided to make it a shooter versus an RTS. So and you can tell everything's been cleaned up.
You can get away with kind of blocky graphics in a RTS, but you can't in a first person. People want to see the details.
Hostiles have been neutralized.
Say again? Over.
The drop zone is clear. I repeat, the drop zone is clear.
Understood. Lieutenant, let's get this thing moving.
Hang tight. This may get a little rough.
Now, that goes to show you that originally you weren't supposed to play as Master Chief. He was supposed to literally be a cyborg that like helped you. Like as it was described, is from what I heard, he was supposed to be like Gandalf helping like the dwarves and everything. He just shows up to like bail you out of something and disappears again.
I need your team in position
Comes to help the hobbits.
I'm all over it.
This looks more, as you just said, looks more like the graphics that we actually play in the original Halo.
Yep. Absolutely.
Go.
So the GWOT was originally in the
Get the hell out of here, Lieutenant.
Good luck.
So, at what point do we notice it's a third-person shooter? I mean, is this supposed to let us know right here?
Like this is like all kind of like a cutscene. So get to it. Like I'll get to here we go right here. This is where it looks like it actually picks up like
Okay.
as like gameplay. See, literally third person playing as a Marine. But again, this is all like a concept idea still. At this point. See, you're attached to the Marine.
And they even had life forms on Halo as well.
So yeah, the whole idea that Halo was this open world game that had interacted like other creatures, aliens, whatever.
McLeish, target armor.
You set him up, I'll knock him down.
But that's pretty much it. Was like that was the original concept. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. That turned into what we know now as
Combat Evolved.
Combat Evolved, which I'll show you this right here. Which this was apparently there was a demo version of this that came out with a game. I forget what game it came out with, but this advertisement, the other thing too, it was funny. This game was funny too. It was like, go show you that they got internet culture like right away, or kind of this is where internet culture was kind of born. So check this. This is the demo afterwards, where Sergeant Johnson becomes famous. The first time that he became famous in the Halo franchise.
Yep.
So, you beat the Halo demo. Not bad, soldier, not bad at all. But are you ready to take the next step? In the full version of Halo, you'll find additional vehicles like tanks, plasma turrets, and aircraft. Powerful new human and alien weapons. A single-player campaign spanning 10 massive indoor and outdoor environments. And support for intense multiplayer battles with up to 16 of your friends. Or enemies. All that wrapped up in an epic sci-fi story that's so freaky. Whoa! It makes me shake just thinking about it. Halo, Combat Evolved. Buy one. Heck, buy two. That's an order, soldier.
So that just goes to show you their lack of actual knowledge of military lingo, because they're Marines, and Marines don't call people soldiers.
Yep.
So Marines are Marines.
Soldiers
Army are soldiers.
Yeah. But again, it doesn't really matter because it was Halo being Halo.
Exactly.
And that again, viral marketing. I mean, great job marketing that. So much fun. Again, and I'll never forget what drew me to Halo. Like, I mean, I was pseudo kind of unimpressed by Halo right up until you know exactly what we're talking about, the introduction of the Flood. You know, I mean, I remember being a kid and like squeezing a pillow whenever I was watching my older brother play. The when the Flood finally appeared.
The Flood. I remember the graphics were like that was like state of the art graphics in 2001. That was like the best graphics you had ever seen. And yeah, that was terrifying. The Flood. The first time the Flood mission happened, yeah, it was terrifying. And that's the other thing too. Is like our older brother had the Xbox.
We had the PlayStation.
And we had the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And we were always like, don't worry, Halo will come out for PlayStation 2. And it never did. So we literally jumped from PlayStation to Xbox solely for Halo.
Yeah.
So that was the big deal. Like we were like, Mom, Dad, we want an Xbox. We want to play that Halo game. That Halo game is so fun.
Yeah.
And that
so cool.
literally is what dove us over to getting an Xbox.
Yep. And it was back when, couch gaming was a thing. It was back when, you could play the campaign with your brother sitting next to you on a sofa, split screening it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I knew, like, whenever Call of Duty came out, like, and they started doing the solo online stuff, like, that's when I knew we were in trouble. I was like, this is the future, because they don't want they want more consoles sold, so you have to have multiple consoles in one household, so brothers can play together online. Family members can play together online.
Yep.
And it's basically, again, that's where it became basically PC gaming after that.
Yes, 100%.
The future is PC gaming, unfortunately.
But now we'll get into, now that you've seen what Halo was and what its kind of original concept was and how there was always kind of a religious sci-fi element to it.
Yes, so Halo has very large Christians. Obviously, the guy that created Halo grew up in a Christian culture, in a Christian nation. And the Christian undertones that are strung out in Halo are everywhere to see. Like, Master Chief is kind of like the Christ figure, the sacrificial soldier who's willing to die or, sacrifice himself for the sake of humanity. you have Cortana, who is like the Oracle, the AI. The AI that, that isn't a bad AI. She actually an AI that wants to do the best for humanity. And then you have the Flood, which are, again, it's not a physical flood like water. They're a flood like they're a parasitical organism that they're in such number. They come in such numbers that they're there to wipe out the entire universe's population.
What did the Flood do with Moses? Moses,
wiped out the population.
It wiped out all the population. Technically, that was Noah.
Yeah,
that was Noah. But there's still Moses. Flooded the Egyptians and all that. But whatever.
No.
But anyway, getting back to it. But the Flood, biblical connotation, and in this case, there are these monsters that are there to wipe out or
destroy humanity,
all life in the galaxy, basically. When that's basically what the flood in the Bible did too. It wiped out all the evil in the galaxy and on the world.
And then the reason that we think it took off here in America is because there's some parallels between the Covenant and radical Islam. So again, the Covenant, the aliens that you are fighting, the aliens that are so the Flood are something that you find on Halo. It comes later in the story, but the overall arcing story is we finally meet intelligent alien life, and then in this Halo universe, the alien life deems that we are heretics, that we are not worthy to live, because basically what it boils down to is humans are actually what are known as reclaimers. They are the
inheritors.
The inheritors of Forerunner technology, the future alien technology. They are the inheritors of this future alien technology, and we're deemed the inheritors of it. But the Covenant is made up of multiple alien races. You have like the Shen Shayu, which are the prophets. You have the elites, the Sangheili. You have the jackals, the hunters, and the grunts, which are the Ungoi. And the prophets were the original, like they find technology that's not theirs.
Yeah, they find the
and they begin to worship it. They begin to worship this Forerunner technology, not knowing what it is, not knowing why it's there. They're just assuming that it was put there they're assuming the Forerunners are the gods, and that they were gifted this technology to use.
They're prophets, and that they inherit. They're supposed to be the inheritors.
And what's very funny is that the prophets or the Shan Shayu, there's a lot of inbreeding in this alien universe. So a lot of them they become incapable of being combatants. So they are the intellectual class of their society. So what ends up happening is they use their superior technology to subdue other alien cultures, like the elites, like the hunters, like the grunts, like the what else? The jackals. I guess the jackals are never really officially a part of the Covenant. They're like hired
more like
guns.
Pirates. Yeah, they're mercenaries.
But anyway, so as you can see, this fanatical cult that thinks they're the chosen people, which they aren't, as you find out later in the story. Like in the story, when they have their first meeting with humans, you find out that what they call them oracles, but they are the guilty sparks.
Yeah.
Like the monitors of the Halo installation. They are these Forerunner technologies that are basically encyclopedias that float around, and they don't know how to communicate with the aliens because they've never heard their language before. So the aliens assume that these guilty sparks are oracles, but finally they have this oracle and they take it to Reach, which is the first planet. Not Reach, it's Harvest.
Well, you're getting into the book.
I know I'm getting into the book, but you have to understand the book lore to understand why we're at war with this alien fanatical, this fanatical alien race, or the Covenant. So these fanatical aliens. So this guilty spark sees humans for the first time, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, those are reclaimers," And the Covenant, I guess it finally deciphers their alien language, and when it sees when they first meet the humans and they kill the humans, the guilty spark gets very angry at them and says, "You cannot kill these things. These are reclaimers. These are the inheritors of the Forerunners." And of course, the Prophet of Truth, or one of the Sangheili, or the Shan Shayu, destroy this thing because it basically reveals that their religion is heretical.
Yeah, everything about their religion has been taught wrong.
So they don't want to lose power, so they destroy this guilty spark to continue to perpetuate the lie so they can maintain power over the people. So what do they do after that? They declare humans are a blight on the galaxy, and the entire human race must be exterminated.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because humans are actually chosen. They are made in the image of, again, these forerunners, which the Covenant revere as gods. So, again, that's why humans have been marked for death in this universe.
Yep.
So that's the setup to this
But
lore.
Even if you have never read the books, in the game, that's basically what you find out as you slowly play the game, is that they believe that if they activate, you find out that the Halo ring is designed to wipe out Flood, but it doesn't wipe out the Flood, it wipes out
Their
all
food.
living life.
It
in the
wipes out their
galaxy.
food. It doesn't kill the Flood, it kills their food.
Which is all living
organic
matter
life
in the galaxy. So that's what they find out, but they believe that the Halo ring is a holy artifact that they need to turn on so that way they can start their great journey, or AKA their religious, reclamation or whatever.
So they turn them on so they can meet the gods, effectively. That's what they're trying to do. So does that give you any parallels? Does that kind of, so again, Halo released in November of 2001.
Yep.
What happened in 2001?
So this right here, September 11th, 2001, just 2 months before the release of Halo. And remember, the only reason we kind of prefaced this with all this game context, religious context, was to show you that this was all being thought out and planned out before Halo was ever released. So, like, a lot of people would kind of jump to the conclusion of, oh, they made a game to try to inspire people to be, religious aspects after the things. Like, no, they were already had this game like in preparation for all this.
The lore was already worked out.
Exactly. So, getting to it. So 9/11. So what happened in 9/11? We get attacked by a radical terrorist cell, Al Qaeda,
religious fanatics,
that deem us or Americans or pretty much all Western Christian nations as heretics, and they want to wipe us all out.
Infidels.
And what do? We go to war. That we start the global war on terror, the GWOT, and we've been fighting that war since 2001. Remember that. That's when we were attacked. 2001.
And Biden pulled him out in like the first whenever he took office?
Yeah, when Biden took office,
2020.
he pulled everybody out in 2020. So
20-year war.
This when we officially we act like we don't still have troops over there. We still have troops stationed in Syria. I mean, those 2 National Guardsmen from Iowa were, in Syria when they were killed by another terrorist. I mean, we're still technically fighting the war on terror.
Yeah.
But regardless, like, this came out right about the time that's 2 months have gone by. People who haven't already joined the military or thinking about joining the military are a bunch of angsty teenage kids that this is all they're thinking about. They're seeing their brothers, their dads, their friends going overseas and serving. And what is going on? Just a couple of months later, we have the release of Halo Combat Evolved, which kind of, like we just talked about, completely parallels exactly what's going on with what just happened with us in 9/11. This game, and again, what we just talked about, the religious connotations of your enemy is this alien religious cult that thinks that you need to die. Everything about you and your race needs to die, or and the human race in this case need to die. And then what is going on in the war on terror? We are fighting radical extremists, Islamic extremists that think that we're heretics
because America's the great devil.
Yeah, because we're Christian. We're the great Satans or whatever. We're infidels. So there's a complete parallel, and that's why this game became such a cultural phenomenon. Why it stuck in the culture.
It's fun escapism with a really interesting lore and parallel to reality. So it's like, sure, it's future, but I mean, it does parallel the religious connotations. Again, religious zealots are coming after and trying to wipe out the human race. Religious zealots just recently came to America, destroyed and killed tons of American citizens. I mean, again, the parallels are there.
Yeah. I mean, and even just talking about more religious connotations, I just pulled this up real quick on my phone. It said John 117 is the main character. Spartan John 117 said, "For the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus." That is John 117. And again, that's what some people even say is like, Master Chief or John 117 is supposed to be this Christ-like figure that comes to save the world.
Yes.
Or humanity in this case.
Yeah. So again, the parallels are there, incredibly deep and rich lore. And again, you have this really cool game that was released, this escapism that has this great parallel with what's going on in the real world. Young kids like myself get to fight a religious zealot enemy trying to wipe out humanity, or like what, again, the if you would believe the lore of Halo, it's like the Christian world, you know, and it parallels what's happening in real world. You know, subconsciously you might not realize that. I mean, this is something that we're retrospectively looking at and looking like we're like, that does make sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's why we talked about this. Like, why does Halo still have cultural relevance today when some of the other greatest franchises that come out have not had the significant cultural impact? I mean, I liked Gears of War too, but Gears of War has not had nearly the cultural impact that Halo has had. Same with a lot of other games that came out. I mean, another series that came out around this time too was Band of Brothers. Now that one kind of fed off the hype of Brothers in Arms. I'm sorry, Brothers in Arms. Sorry, I said it backwards. Brothers in Arms played off the hype of Band of Brothers. So I said it backwards. But yeah, but that was a game franchise that kind of just fell off the grid. Like, its last good entry was Hell's Highway, and it kind of shifted how the game. But that's kind of, we're getting off topic. Think about that. Halo is still releasing games today. Gears of War has kind of fallen off the map because it's changed who the main character is. And Halo has all sorts of spin-off series.
Here's a good example, and I mean, you might not like this, but I mean, I'm telling you right now, it's like this hat I'm wearing right here. Master Chief and the Halo franchise is a lot like this franchise here. Like, Godzilla is not just a giant monster. How many giant monsters movies came out all throughout history? Like, you had the giant tarantula movies, you have the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, you have Gorgo, all these knockoff monster movies. Why is Godzilla culturally relevant? Because he's not just a monster. He's an allegory for the atomic age. Yeah. So again, the lore of Halo is it's something we can all recognize. Like, I mean, I imagine the people who play games like, oh yeah, the Covenant represents Christianity. It's like, you're insane if you think that. You know what I mean? That the Covenant represents radical Islam.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the other thing too. Is like, why are the two worst games in the series the fourth and the fifth one? Do you know why? It's because they're delving into the lore of the Forerunners. When again, the more you dive into the history of the Forerunners, the mystery disappears. Like, oh, and then two, it turns out that there was a half of the Forerunners didn't like humanity, and the other half of the Forerunners did. So you're like, okay, so the Covenant technically wasn't wrong, partially to some degrees, and then they had the other half is like, no, the Covenant were completely wrong. But again, like, that's the issue. Is like, those are the two weakest games in the series are the ones that focus on the Forerunner stuff.
It's why Halo Infinite returned to fighting the Covenant again.
Exactly. That's exactly correct. Went back to original game style that were they were saved by Halo Wars introducing the Banished. Like, what if we just instead of because the Covenant's gone now, who are we going to fight now? The Banished. Yeah. Thank you, Halo Wars, for bringing in the Banished.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, again, the lore matters, writing matters, and the parallels between this and Christianity are there. Like, I mean, Halo is a deeply a Christian game at its core. People can try to skirt around and go, no, it's not, no, it's not, no, it's not. But I mean, it is. I mean, again, John 1:17. The enemy is called the Covenant. Yeah. The flood it's a biblical reference.
Yeah. The choir music. I mean, how many you can still see viral memes today of boys going into like their bathrooms,
public school
of their
bathrooms,
schools, and doing
Yes. I mean, again, there's something truly magical about this franchise in this series. And again, the more you see, the more they do the more they ruin it. Like, again, it's like thing. Star Wars.
Yes, it's the whole Star Wars thing. It's like the canon matters. If you completely ignore the previous canon, you're ruining everything that made the series great to begin with. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point. It's like, oh, Luke's character is completely changed from who he was in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Like Luke Skywalker, who refused to kill his father, even though his father was the second most evil man in the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, he sees one vision of his nephew possibly becoming evil. He's like, I gotta stop this.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
You're just like, whoa, what the heck is going on here? And again, and you wonder why people get mad when you mess with the lore. Again, that's also what's happening with Halo franchise. Like, the lore is getting watered down by people who don't understand Halo. Yeah. And again, a lot of people also say that if you just look at the studio hires, like, it's all women now.
Yeah.
Too. It's like, but that's the thing is, like, this is what we talk about. It's like, who made Halo? A bunch of nerdy white guys. A bunch of nerdy white guys in a basement. And then once this series gets popular, what happens is, like, then they can start expanding and bringing in more people. And then the new people have no idea really what made the franchise great, and then they make it worse.
And you know what's even cooler is, like, I mean, the original game, like, the post-credit, like if you watch the what do you call it, the credits or whatever in the game, like, there are game notes in between the developers criticizing each other for not playing the game on Legendary. Like, that's like how petty these dudes were. Hey, it's like, hey, Jeff, why don't you quit bragging about playing the game? You haven't even won it on Legendary yet, you know? Quit playing the game on easy mode and bragging that you beat it.
That's good stuff.
I mean, that's how you knew these guys were just bros.
Yeah, and, they were trolling each other in the credits of the game. Like, that doesn't happen in video game franchises anymore.
Yeah. So, anyway, I mean, you got any, what else did you kind of do? I know you have
just
a
talking
boatload
about, like,
of videos.
This, we're talking about this, like, this is why we believe that it culturally took off. But there's also other reasons, which the biggest reason we would probably argue was this right here, was LAN parties. Now, this is Halo 2, but Halo 1, again, what you saw from that Sergeant Johnson kind of trailer is, like, up to 16 people. You can play, if you hooked a bunch of Xboxes together, you are playing up against 16 people. You could go to your friends' houses with your Xbox, hook up a landline to it, and you guys could be playing. And this is, everyone knows this. This is the first time that, like, you could make a team of just your team and fight another team, because we all know that couch co-op came exclusively with screen looking.
Yeah, screen
the
looker
old
hookers.
screen looker, and our best friend would always call, you screen looking hooker.
You screen looker hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But yeah, our friend said people hated that, and this introduced it to where, like, oh, we can have this team is all on one team, so we don't have to worry about them screen looking on anybody, and then these guys are all on a team, so they don't have to worry about it. And you had these epic, massive parties. Like, we went to parties like this. We would invite our friends over and do massive LAN party things. We'd be playing like 4v4 or 2v2. It was great. It was so much fun. And this is before Xbox Live. This is before, you could play against your friend online. So this was so much fun. So I'll show you what LAN parties looked like back in the early 2000s.
Some random dude's basement. Barely even swept out. Oh, yeah, they got their,
Hey, how's it going? Where is everybody, Steve? Are they still coming? Where's Nick? For good? No. He had to go to church. Oh. Yeah. Dude, I got knees and I can't help it.
Dude, this was like your Friday, Saturday nights with the boys
Yeah.
back in the day. Man.
I mean, I remember going home after football practice. And, I mean, this was in high school, 2007. But, like, I remember getting off of football practice and immediately after football practice going up and hooking up the Xbox and getting online and playing with a bunch of guys after football practice, Playing Halo 3 online. I mean, that was peak times, man. Good days. These guys are locked in. Look at them. They're not even acknowledging that they're being filmed.
Look,
and those old box TVs too.
Yeah, the old box TVs. Those things are heavy too.
Yeah.
Like, you hated moving TVs back. Kids today will never know the stress of moving a TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was it. I mean, look at that. Look at how many lines are going in that Xbox. This is what it was. This was so much fun back in the day. And this is why gaming was so much more social kind of back in the day. Your friends came over to hang out, eat pizza, and like play Halo and games like this all night long. It was awesome.
Yeah. It was good times.
Awesome. Yeah, but that's it. Like I said, that's one of the reasons why this game became so relevant.
It perfected the versus mode. It perfected. I mean, like Halo 1, like invented this perfect system for online gameplay, and they capitalized on it. When did they shut down the Halo 3 servers? Like a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. But again, and people will tell you now you can still play Halo 3 on the Master Chief Collection, but Halo 3 is still like one of the most populated Halo game franchises in online mode to this day.
Yep.
To this day.
Yep. You had to unlock your rewards. You didn't have to pay for them either. Like you could pay for the DLC maps, but like you didn't pay for your rewards. Like if somebody was rocking a legendary helmet, it's because they earned it.
Yeah. The big one that everybody always had to unlock was like we call it the Power Ranger, or the Ninja helmet, and then they get the katanas. Like, and when somebody got that stuff, like they were epic gamer at that point.
Oh yeah, well it's like whenever we beat Halo 3 on the Legendary with our buddy. Like I remember people were like talking to us about like we'd be playing online. And people like, whoa, you be like, because you could look at people's achievements in their battle record on the game, and they're like, you beat the game on Legendary? That's sick, bro. And you're just like, yep, hold my dick. Yeah.
No, that's true. That's true. Like I remember that. Like people like, how did you guys beat it on Legendary? And I remember we played the whole thing through.
Impossible.
It was damn near impossible, and it was just me, Corey, and our buddy Case, and we played the game all the way through, and we got to technically the second to last level. It's technically the last level, but you have to fight your way up the pyramid of Flood to get to to blow up the Halo ring again for the third time.
Yep.
Or the second time, and we could not get past the Flood, and we had to call in. Some dude just like jumped in our party and was like, hey,
Michael
what you guys
Jones.
doing? He goes, we need your help. We have to beat this level. And like literally it'd be three of us sitting at the bottom of the hill, and then one of us would just
go
run,
up and do this, go on the suicide run.
the suicide run, and as soon as someone died, next one's in queue. It was so crazy. But yeah, people actually could look at your stuff, and it was an achievement. And two, it's just like now with transactions, it's like back then, what'd we get? You got a game that came with a full campaign, an epic multiplayer, and usually some form of co-op mode offline. And nowadays, it's like you get a multiplayer mode, and that's it, and microtransactions. Or you get a game that's just completely offline campaign, and that's it. And that's the issue that we're having with gaming today, whereas these were more well-rounded and thought-out games than what's being put out by AAA gaming to this day. You okay?
Yep.
Anyway, so we'll get into, but again, so this is what also made it extremely popular was the multiplayer gameplay and talking crap to your friends. I mean, trash talk was a thing, and now, they're trying to take trash talk away, which is terrible idea, But anyway, we're going to get back to what else made this game extremely popular, which was memes. The memes that came out from this game. And we'll start off with this first one here. Let's see here. Which one's this one? Oh, yep. That's the Metroid. Like, this one right here. Like, this is the stuff that also made Halo go viral. Was the internet just making memes about Halo right here. And again, back in the early days of YouTube and the internet, was cat videos were popular. So somebody had made this with a hunter from Halo.
Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat.
We're not going to go into all of that, but yeah, you get it. It was like people are using the sandbox of Halo to make memes on the internet. And this went on all the time. Like you cannot go around without somebody making a viral internet meme of Halo back in the early 2000s and posting it on YouTube.
Sorry about that.
You're good. What was up?
Nothing. My wife was here.
Oh, boo-hoo. Tell your wife to get a life. Said, she knows you're at work. This is work.
Oh, the memes?
Yeah, showing the memes. Like, I just showed the kitty cat one.
Oh, God.
But yeah, just like, you couldn't go anywhere without someone making a Halo meme and putting it on YouTube is what I was basically getting
Yes,
So
yeah, back in the age of free YouTube.
Yeah, back when YouTube was actually cool.
Yeah.
And let you post things without getting copyright striked or, getting your stuff struck from the internet. But here's one right here. This was one of the funniest Halo things ever made on the internet. It was hilarious.
The captain was calling for you, so we woke you up. Now, you may be a little dizzy and not remember a few things, so I'll sum it all up for you really quick. Unlike all other soldiers, you've got 100% protective armor and even a rechargeable shield to help that out. Your armor also helps you jump higher, increases your stamina, strength, and basic physical necessities during battle.
Sounds fancy, but what the hell do I do when I get a boner? It freaking hurts like a bitch.
Apparently, the Covenant don't want us to get near that thing over there I'm calling Halo all of a sudden. They got us surrounded with their warships, but I'm curious anyway. Do me a favor and go there for me. Oh, and take Cortana with you.
Keys is right. You should take me with you. If the Covenant gets their hands on me, they will obtain valuable human information.
Actually, you were just really pissing me off with your robotic technical talk. Oh, Chief, you'll be needing some protection on your way to the escape pods. Take this unloaded pistol.
Hold it, we got one more to go. Come on, you can do it, you're almost here. Move, move!
Oh my god, I cracked myself up. I love doing that.
Everyone, buckle up. We're breaking through Halo's atmosphere. This ain't gonna be an easy landing. I don't want to die, Chief. I'm too young to die.
How much you want to bet you're gonna die? I bet you're all gonna die, and I'll be left alone as one man. And my next mission will be to rescue survivors from other pod crashes.
Hey, I'm alive. You were wrong, Chief. You weren't the only survivor. I guess you'll have a Marine sidekick now.
I just detected an enemy dropship approaching. I advise we escape as quickly as possible. That way they think there are no survivors from the crash.
Or we could just shoot them all.
I have a feeling I'm going to hear the suggestion from you a lot.
Yep, and you'd better get used to it, because you're stuck in my head for at least 2 more game sequels.
Oh, thank God. You've come to save us. We survived the crash, but we thought we'd be done for being here in the middle of nowhere.
Crap! Covenant dropships everywhere! Ah, god damn it.
Copy, Master Chief. This is Captain Smith. I've spotted you from above. I'm going to drop a warthog out for you.
Hey, look! More escape pods are landing.
That works too.
Captain Keys is imprisoned on that ship. We need
This
to
is,
get
I
up there
think,
and
your
rescue him.
favorite one.
Oh,
How
yeah.
long do you expect us to get up there? Whoa! Holy shit!
That's the best one, dude.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, but you get it. People were making memes like on the internet like this, like crazy.
Again, free publicity based on how epic your IP is.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
And this is the thing. Like Halo, the original Bungie and Halo and Microsoft loved when people would make stuff like this is getting eyes on our stuff.
Mhm.
Nowadays, now YouTube and everything else is like you're copyright infringing.
You're
on somebody.
infringing on our IP. How dare you do that?
How dare you? It's like people made this stuff
out of love
for
and
the
admiration
franchise.
for the franchise. Yeah.
And now it's like we're gonna just send you a cease and desist for daring to make money off of our IP.
Yeah. Again, I mean, and parody. I mean, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. Now this next one, and people have literally made their careers on Halo. Rooster Teeth, is literally an organization. The guys who made Red vs. Blue, the series, one of mine and Corey's favorite Halo series,
online web shows. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And these guys, it made Rooster Teeth's career. Like Bernie Burns, Jeff Hollum, and all these other dudes that started from Red vs. Blue have these massive careers in machinima and all these these places got started from people making these videos. How many of your favorite YouTubers got their start being a little bobbing head giving you news, gaming, and culture news as a Spartan nodding their head up and down on the internet? That was literally what YouTube was in, I'd say, like the mid 2000s of the 2010s. If you think about it. So check this out. This is one of our favorite series online. Now, granted, this is an anime. Like, they made it look anime style, but it's still a funny little cartoon from the Red versus Blue team.
I'm not the one telling people they're going the wrong way. Shut up. You shut up. Let's all shut up. How about that? Simmons, what does that thing say? Where are they holding Sergeant Tech's prisoner?
Says here, section 1157.
What section are we in now?
Section 0.
Aw, crap. That's like a million sections away. We have to fight our way through this whole place? They'll be dead by then.
Maybe not. You see this? It says that access tunnel cuts right into the mountain. It looks like a pretty straight run, but it's loaded with guards.
How long is it?
Almost a kilometer.
So, our choice is a bunch of small rooms filled with a ton of enemies, or one long room filled with a ton of enemies. Or we can give up. I say we give up.
Griff, we can't stop now. We're only in the first room.
No, according to what you said, we're not even in the first room. We're in room 0. But it's okay,
All right.
Simmons. We did our best.
But yeah, you get it. I mean, like this is high quality stuff here, and usually that like they don't do it animation style. They do it like in game. Like they every time a new game released, they updated their content with that game.
Yep. Let's pull up their website real quick. See if we can. I have a full one up of like one of the old school ones. Like, yeah, here you go, right here, season 1. I'll pull this up if I can make this. Where's my volume? Now, so we don't get copyright struck, I'm going to skip ahead to a little bit. We'll get to, there we go, how the episode that started it all for them.
Hey, yeah? You ever wonder why we're here? It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it? Why are we here? I mean, are we the product of some cosmic coincidence, or is there really a God watching everything, you know, with a plan for us and stuff? I don't know, man, but it keeps me up at night.
But yeah, I mean, again, right here, I mean, these guys became millionaires after this series. They started up a company. They hired people to help them create more content.
They even made their own movies.
Yes.
Like, they even made their own anime series.
Yeah.
Ruby, or whatever it's called, I think. So
again, Halo was an amazing franchise that allowed the people to be innovators within their product.
Yeah. And then there's this right here, like the old Samus, another internet meme, which this guy ended up eventually. They said this is a done one. They've animated it up because the guy that originally did this has passed away. He passed away, but he worked for Rooster Teeth making the season one of the most epic seasons there was, where they actually started animating fight scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Versus just using the in-house game animation. And it was awesome. It was one of the best seasons of Red versus Blue ever made.
Yeah.
That a lot of people would argue. But yeah, this is where he got his start, was he made Master Chief versus Samus from Metroid.
Yeah.
You want to file free?
I hate commercials. I hate them. TurboTax. It is tax season, y'all. It is tax season.
Keep the government out of my pocket.
Get rid of taxes. Taxes is theft. All tax is theft.
Well, especially it's theft if we're paying for illegal immigrants.
Yeah, if we're paying for illegal immigrants to run daycare centers that they're paying themselves millions of dollars. Lorac. Lorac. Skip ahead to there.
Anyway, this guy made this piece of fanfare online and then got a job from Rooster Teeth, or the guys that made that Red vs. Blue web series, to do animation for them on their show. I mean, again, so within the Halo product, these guys made Red vs. Blue, who therefore made enough money to hire this guy to be an animator for them on their show. I mean, that's the level of innovation that you could have done inside the Halo video game. And the people's creativity made them millionaires within a video game. Now it's just like the only way to be a millionaire doing that stuff is like you got to be a streamer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, this is when people actually used to create on the internet. Now, it's like you just said, most people get internet famous by reacting to other people's work like this. It's like kind of what we're doing right now, but we're not really reacting to this. We're showing you how this became so culturally relevant. Again, more memes. Again, early 2000s, you could not go on the internet without someone making some sort of Halo meme like this, video meme. Hilarious stuff.
But yeah, again, it just goes to show you that, I mean, the creative process was something new, you know? So, what else you got?
Okay. Then, of course, we can talk about how they have made movies from all this. Like, I mean, they made an anime series of Halo. They have all the book franchises that they have.
Yeah.
Comics, and like I said, anime. They made, I think 3 attempted movies now, which most of them are just animated. They made 2 live actions with technically Landfall's one, a movie.
Yes.
Even though it's really just a short.
Yeah.
Then, of course, they made what was that one? Forward Unto Dawn, which more of a series. And then not Landfall. What was the one with Spartan Locke before he becomes a Spartan? That one was bad.
Yeah.
And then they made
the actual TV series through, was it Paramount?
Yeah,
that was bad.
Yeah, that one completely contradicts all the lore of Halo and gets rid of. I mean, that's the one thing that pissed a lot of people off was they got rid of Blue Team for Silver Team, so nobody has any attachment to any of these Spartans besides Master Chief. You're like, who cares?
Yeah, well, and then they call him Master Cheeks because he had sexual relations with a chick, and it's a lot like Lord of the Rings, or it's like Lotor has no titties, Lotor needs no titties. Same goes for Master Chief. All the Spartans are chemically castrated, they have no sexual desires, and in that show, it's like, let's have Master Chief have a sex scene. And you're like, why? I mean, again, if you care about the lore, you care about the story of Halo, then you just get, Master Chief does not have those thoughts, you know?
Yep.
He can't. He physically cannot.
Yep. 100%. I mean, guess you want me to pull up any of those, Landfalls or anything real quick?
I mean, we're already stretched.
Yeah, we're already stretched. But anyway, memes, people still make Halo memes this day. Here's one that you just sent me today.
Yes. Yeah.
So we'll play this and we'll get ready to start playing the show. But that's the cultural significance of this series. It still gets memed. People still talk about it.
So they're still making games for it.
I mean, they're remaking.
They're
Evolved.
They're doing bad.
Yeah.
They're doing bad jobs at making newer games for it. But this is what happens. Again, this is what happens whenever you get woke people in there writing. I know better. I know what's a good story. You get a bunch of women in there designing. That's why Halo Infinity or Halo Infinite has no good map design. New map design. They bring in the old stuff. It's awesome. You play the Halo 3 maps and whatnot. You're like, dude, this feels awesome. In this updated game. And like then the women designed maps, you're like, these are awful.
Yeah.
Like there's no balanced gameplay on these maps at all.
I can't think of any of the new maps that anybody prefers over the old school.
Like I mean, like I can name you the old maps: Lockout, Last Stand. Like I mean, like those are the maps that people can. I can tell you those maps. Like I can't tell you any of the new maps on Halo.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, check this meme out. It's pretty funny.
The most frustrating thing about men is the fact that they refuse to acknowledge when they are being flirted with. You go, "You're so handsome," and they just go,
I am afraid of women.
Legendary.
the most
Love it.
Yep.
Love it. Yeah. But that is why this show, or this series, franchise, video game series, I mean, it's expanded into everything from books, comics, anime, movies, whatever, TV shows. It's expanded to that, but we just need to have a good, I think if we could get one good movie from this, a good live action movie with, I mean, it kind of is really disappointing because the original script written by the guy that wrote 28 Days Later wrote a script for it, and it sounded freaking awesome.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. And they ignored it. They completely ignore it and pretend like that's not the case. And again, it spun off like it's several. I mean, the first spin-off series was ODST, and everyone in Bungie thought the ODSTs was the dumbest idea ever. They're like, this is stupid. No one's gonna get behind like a airborne, or not airborne, like technically like drop trooper one, and like everybody loved it, and then everyone. That was like the greatest military psyop of everyone wanting to become an airborne.
Yeah,
going to go airborne back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, I think that's pretty much like all we've got. We've just talked about how this series became the cultural phenomenon that it really was like back in the day, and we really think that it has to do with that religious undertone stuff that we were talking about.
And the parallels that happened right alongside 9/11 as well. I mean, again, it was a way, it was escapism for kids to kind of not have to think about the war. And again, helped a generation of kids be like, I want to be like this when I get older. I want to be like the Master Chief, I want to fight these religious zealots, and send them home packing,
100%.
So again, you might disagree with us. You might just be like, no, it's just a video game. It's just escapism. You're overthinking it. It's like, but again, if I'm overthinking it, why isn't it? I view it the same way as I view Godzilla. Godzilla is culturally relevant today because he's not just some monster. Why doesn't anyone care about the Beast of 20,000 Fathoms? Why doesn't anybody care about Gorgo? Why doesn't anybody care about any of these other Hollywood movie monsters? It's because Godzilla is an allegory for the nuclear age, just like Halo, though it wasn't an allegory for that, it paralleled a real life event, 9/11, and had these, again, with religious undertones, and you fighting a group of religious zealots who want to wipe out your group of people.
I mean, the more you compared it to Godzilla, the more it makes sense because that's exactly what Godzilla was. Godzilla represented the nuclear assault on Japan. It was literally an allegory for nuclear war, or a nuclear bomb strike on Japan, and it literally just played into that theme, and it's the most reoccurring character in the Godzilla, in the Japanese franchise. He's like, when you think Japanese, what do you think? You literally think Godzilla and Pokemon.
Yeah. Those are the top two things that will come to your head. Godzilla, Pokemon, maybe Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but again, that's what Godzilla represents, is that, again, the atomic age.
And that's why I do think that Halo represented was like a cultural outlet for
frustration.
The frustration that we're having with the war on terror. I mean, that's literally what it is. I mean, that's really why I think that it is so culturally relevant and why it took off versus all the other franchises. I mean, because as we talk about, Call of Duty did Modern Warfare around that time too, which was also a cultural phenomenon, but Call of Duty falls off like that. That's why they release Call of Duty games like every other
Nobody
year.
cares about Call of Duty for the stories. Call of Duty is all about the online gameplay.
Yeah. But
people will argue that Halo is too, but it's like that's not true. The lore of Halo is what keeps people around.
Yeah.
The lore of Halo is what people reference, So you will have those people that only played, like, I mean, our buddy, like, you know, some of our buddies we played in high school football with, like, they only played because it was online. Like, they never played the story mode. But, again, the story is relevant to what keeps Halo in the cultural zeitgeist.
Exactly. But I think that's pretty much it. I think we made our case. You're welcome to disagree with us in the comments. Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's all we've got for today.
Yep. So this is the Twins with Owasso Live. We are signing off. God bless you.
See you later, everybody.
We're going in. Get tactical, Marines! You heard the man, boys. It's time for some hazard pay. 30 seconds out. Stand by. Status!
Sir, O'Brien's down. We lost our pilots, too.
Grab their tags and ammo.
Sarge, we better get moving.
Agreed. We'll find better cover in those buildings. Butkus, you take point.
Sniper, third floor left. Here, let me give him my welcome to Earth gift basket.
Damn, where is he? Anybody see him?
Attention, guys.
Cook the bastard.
Second squad, this is Cortana. What is your status? Over.
We're operational, ma'am. Barely. Our pilots didn't make it.
Find a hole. Stay put. We'll come to you.